give you an opportunity to, well, I can't do it to that.
How should I frame my face?
You get the sense that Tom has had a really rough day. He's had people screaming at him all night, and he's on coke for some reason. She tries to apologize to him, and he just kind of...
like dissociates, like checks out.
He is not receptive and actually says some extremely hurtful things.
Yeah. Once again, it's like he tries to say, like, I don't want to do this right now, almost. And she pushes the conversation. And then he just, like, his defense is, oh, okay, I'm just going to say the worst thing imaginable to you right now in the hopes that you stop talking.
In his mind, he's still playing this game of chess with her, obviously, at that moment. And I don't think he's playing his game correctly, from my estimation. And during that argument, she reveals that she is pregnant to him.
Actually, also, I'm pregnant. Yeah, by you.
And he does not believe her. I honestly was stunned because Tom had spent so much time in previous episodes talking about how important it was for them to have a kid together. And his reaction is a non-reaction. He wonders whether she's using it tactically in some way. Mm-hmm. And I think even Shiv is shocked at the depths to which their relationship has fallen at this point.
I felt like she was shocked that he could think that of her.
Yes.
And then I think that they both realized that the fact that he even articulated that as like a knee-jerk reaction is very indicative of the like irreparable broken trust in their relationship.
That even true?
What?
Shiv realizing that even when she's trying to be honest with Tom, she has now manipulated him and emotionally abused him to the point that he just won't believe her, even about something as serious as their baby.
It's like things are in a tailspin to the point where it now cannot be undone. Like it's irreparable, you know. That's the feeling you get. There's no coming back from this, unfortunately.
Your guys knew they were going to lose, so they did something crazy to throw it into question and get a revote.
You don't believe that?
Yeah, maybe I do. I don't know.
Roman's on the side of Jared. Shiv is clearly on the side of Jimenez. Kendall is also open to swinging things in Jimenez's direction, but Jimenez is not willing to give him the goods. Like, he's not willing to make any promises because Jimenez is too good of a person, it seems. And this ends up leading to kind of a big blowout at the end. Shiv is trying to press prudence and, hey, we got to be careful and the future of the Republic is at stake. And Roman, I think nihilism is the word you used. I think he's pressing nihilism. He's like, hey, it doesn't matter what the future of the Republic is as long as we get what's coming to us.
I thought a lot in this episode about that quote Shiv said to Logan in their last conversation in the karaoke bar, where she says, like, you just say things and then people agree with you, or you bully them and it becomes true, and then you say, see, I was right.
So it becomes true, and then you can turn around and say, like, oh, you see, I was right.
You can totally see Roman very effectively doing the same thing.
He's just going to get his way no matter what. And if he doesn't, he's going to exhaust you until he does, you know? And it's just a really, really effective performance.
Do you know if there's something going on?
There's a big blowout when Kendall discovers Shiv's treachery, right? He first discovers that Shiv lies to Kendall about making a call to Jimenez and securing concessions about the Matsson merger. Then he talks to Greg, and Greg theoretically tells him that Shiv is in bed metaphorically with Matsson. That it was a fun interaction earlier when Shiv tries to scare Greg, and of course it's completely ineffectual. And yet again, it's like Shiv just failing at virtually every single thing she's attempting to do. It leads to this climactic confrontation, which in my opinion is like the defining confrontation of this season, if not the show as a whole.
Really?
She didn't speak tonight. And she's in with Matsson.
Sorry, what?
They're all great, but I got to give a shout out for Sarah Snook in that scene because she is playing somebody who is flummoxed, who is trying to seem as though they're not flummoxed. That is a very hard bullseye to hit. She's being called out in a lie, but she's trying to keep it together, but she can't because she's not that good at this. And completely falls apart.
It reminded me of our conversation preseason about Shiv's lack of actual ability to make change or to make a difference within her company is like a feature, not a bug. A woman who is able to be in the room at that moment when that conversation is happening, right? Of like, basically this major news network is about to call the election for a candidate, give him a lot of credibility that he might not otherwise have. in this exact moment. And she says, like, there comes a time when you have to do the right thing. And it's like, yeah, you're not wrong that this is the time.
There comes a time where you have to stand up for what you...
But she couldn't actually bring herself to do the right thing or to, like, interrupt this or figure out how to effectively do it because she's been all wrapped up in her brother's machinations and her own self-interests with Matsson the whole time. And so it's like, I believe that she believes what she's saying about her values, but all of her actions and the way that she has continued to enable Waystar Royco to get to the point that they are right now with ATN and this position in the country, that is still on her. And I think that we're watching her, like, when the reality of what her family has been doing and the legacy that she has been trying to still preserve is actually doing to the country.
It is the fallout of all of her good intentions, you know?
Her good intentions that were...
I was just quoting Mission Impossible 6. So,
oh, sorry. Yeah. I haven't seen...
You haven't seen the Mission Impossible movies, Kim.
Do we want to do a podcast about Tom Cruise and Scientology?
I would love that. But I agree with you. Yeah, you're right. She has helped to get them to this point, and then like she's helped to unleash this monster. And she is also complicit.
I think that she and many other characters in this episode are trying to absolve themselves of the guilt of their participation in this. Everyone tries to foist the real responsibility for why this is happening on another person while still trying to maintain power. And like, I don't know what else Shiv could have done, but like, honestly, you're standing right next to live news cameras. Like, if she really wanted to, she could like storm the stage and like make a fuss or do what she said and tweet out recordings of the conversations happening right now in the ATN newsroom and really like stop this thing in its tracks. But she doesn't want to do that because
that's actually one of the most telling interactions was like when she's like, well, I'll go to the press, I'll tell people about it, and then Kendall like gives her like this sarcastic thumbs up.
I'll go public. I'll go to the papers and people and tell them what you're actually fucking doing.
Wow. If you're gonna just...
And I think everyone knows that she is not being serious at all. Because I think they know she's not going to do that. She doesn't have the will. Why would she jeopardize her own status to do that?
Right. Right. And because she has their whole family regularly goes to the press with lies anyways and floats those. So like, why would anyone think that this time it's actually true? Again, circling back to like, if you've only been dealing in deceptions and like backstabbing.
This is crazy.
Yeah, well, we're going to do a number on them.
At the end of the episode, they're still allied, and Shiv's kind of doubling down, hoping that Matsson will join her and they can take over the world together. Still, not feeling great about that plan, FYI.
Shiv. R.I.P. Shiv wins, I think.
We've seen the last of the Shiv wins, I think.
Hey everyone, David Chen here. Thank you so much for watching that video from Decoding TV. If you want to get an audio version of the show, all you got to do is go to podcast.decodingtv.com. And if you want to support what we do, get ad-free episodes of the podcast and also bonus episodes of the podcast, go to decodingtv.com and become a paid member. Of course, you can also like and subscribe for more. We appreciate it. Thanks. See you later.